Hello, Malo le Soifua. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Stay Humble. Hope you guys are safe, loved, cared for, healthy, blessed, and love some more. Yes, sir. Bless sir. Never stress sir. Let's go. All right. Today we got another one. Shout out to Kolohe ukulele interview. This is an interview with the one and only, the master of cool down, Kolohe Kai, Roman D. Peralta. Yes, sir. Hope you guys are okay, safe, wherever you at. Come along, kick back, relax, and let's watch the interview. And we get to know Roman a little bit more and to show him to the world, you know. He's been around for a while now, and it's good to hear his story. And this is my first time actually watching this, so it'll be amazing to hear his story and so forth. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Yes, sir. So make sure, if you haven't followed Kolohe's ukulele, right there's the page right there. I follow them, so they got some good content on there. I still haven't. They have a lot, but yeah, if you guys ever get the chance to check them out. They got some good content on there, and give them a follow, or just just scroll by and check them out. Show them some love. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh, amateur mistake
Lina
right there.
Girl, and my guest today has it. I'm Lina Girl, and my guest today has created some of the catchiest island music tunes in the last decade, all fueled by his life experiences. How did this Windward hometown boy become a global phenom? Well, we're gonna find out when we sit with Roman de Peralta of Kolohe Kai, right here on the Artist Spotlight.
The breakdown.
Welcome to our Kolohe Ukulele Sound Studio right here for the
Roman.
Artist Spotlight. Get a chance to talk story with Roman de Peralta of Kolohe Kai. Hi, brother.
Hey, how's it?
I'm so happy to have you here and joining me as we are celebrating our 25th anniversary.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Thank
you for having me.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
brother, it has been a whirlwind, right?
Yeah,
Well, happy anniversary to them as well.
to say the least.
But let's go ahead and start back in the. I always like to go to the genesis of an artist, because I think and I truly do believe this, that the music that you write as a songwriter, you're a guitar player, you're a ukulele player, you get I see you dance.
Oh, I
You
can't
got
dance to
surf
save my
on.
life. Let me serve, but no can dance. But thank you.
But and I see rock crowds and stuff like that. But it's your lyrics. It's your tune. Everything. It's so much wonderful musical hooks and lyrical hooks that you create when you're writing your music. So I like to go back to the genesis of an artist and ask where that starts. Where did the music begin for Roman?
She's talking
Oh
about
man, I
beginning.
mean, we had so much good artists to listen to growing up as kids. I mean, you talk about Kalapana, and you talk about that generation. You talk about Ikolu, that generation. You talk about all the different amazing artists that we got to cover as little intermediate school kids with
You're
our
a little
ukuleles.
boy,
And
man.
I feel like listening to that mana growing up, in the 90s and early 2000s, just being surrounded by no technology, no phones, just listening to our dads jam in the backyard to CNK. And I think just listening to that growing up really helped, pave the way for all of us at this, age to, to kind of write stuff that, we kind of got good vibes from, listening to the radio. And so I really want to give credit to that. Of course, I feel like the ocean is the number one inspiration for me as a writer. And I feel like the fluidity of listening to waves and the soft crashing sounds of that helped me to kind of I don't know, find some hooks that might have a little mimic of that,
And the water looks good.
But all in all, I mean, living in Hawaii, you can't complain about what kind of beauty we're surrounded with musically, physically, and of course the aloha spirit.
Yes. And your songwriting begins in high school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Castle High School, which is for those that are everywhere around the world. Castle High School is literally our hometown high school right here in Kaneohe, right?
Wow.
So tell me about that. Who were some of your inspiring instructors that helped you put pen to paper?
Oh man, I mean, when I first started writing, I was in Mrs. Cohn's music class. So she was the OG music teacher at Castle High School.
What does it mean, Mrs. Cohn, to be here? This is your first concert. You tell me your reaction to seeing Roman kill it on
I'm
stage.
just so proud of him. I'm proud of him. I remember when you sang your first song when you were 14, 15 years old, and I remember the time that he sang in the practice room, and there was over 100 students in the class, and security said, "What's going on here?" And I said, "They're singing."
I want to thank Miss Cohn for everything she did for us. I mean, what we've gotten to do over the past over 12 years, but you've inspired so much of us.
And I would go in there and
You see, it's so crazy to see the happiness in the teacher. The ones who've been supporting him is just the joy in her. You see the look on their face, just overwhelming pride and just amazing, and it shows. This is the fruit, of the labor. Wow.
I moved from Kapolei to Kaneohe, so I never really had that much friends. It was my first time in Kaneohe, and I would be by myself in that class until we started the band and stuff. But anyway, Mrs. Cohn, just the type of aloha she gave to me, showing me, always teaching me something about humility. Always. Like, she just, I feel like her encouragement about like, hey, that's such an awesome song I wrote, Kiss Never Had, for Brown Bags to Stardom, and I'd bring it to Auntie and I'd sing it. And of course, her enthusiasm and praise, coupled with the counsel to not let it get to our heads, was just everything we needed. She was like another mom to us, and to me especially. And so, yeah, Mrs. Cohn, I'm going to give full credit to her. Thank you. I love you. And if it wasn't for her encouragement, and of course my dad and my mom, my dad taught me how to play guitar when I was a young boy. And if it wasn't for his musical, teaching me chords before he'd go to work, and encouraging me, and then my mom I'm an only child, so my mom and dad really helped pave just an encouraging roadway for me to believe in myself. And I feel like as a songwriter, I'd come home or I'd be up late, and I wrote Dream Girl when I was like 15, 16, and I'd wake up, my mom, listen to this. All through my day.
Damn, he definitely got moms and dad looks, man. Definitely, man. Yeah, more moms sometimes, but definitely, he looks like them.
He's at school, and she's like, I think that's gonna be a good song, Roman. So anyway, I feel like the praise was a really good thing for me as a kid, and I
encouraging.
Yes, and of course OP Pickers. When I was 15, 16, I got signed to a record label, and OP Pickers they were the thing at the moment, and of course they still are legends. And I was just Imo Garza.
The Garza brothers. Kahale Morales.
Yes, Kahale's our bass player now. And you look at and the drummer for OP Pickers, Luke, has been our drummer for 14 years. So but at that moment, during that time in our lives in high school, I looked up to Imo so much, and as a songwriter and as a frontman, and so him being the producer that kind of laid out the originals was just beyond undeserving, in my opinion. So I'm very grateful.
Oh yeah. How would you describe your music? I mean, if you were speaking with somebody who has never heard our local music before, how would you describe Kolohe Kai's island music style?
Man, I think island reggae music is a very it's a genre of its own. You got your ukulele, and it's got the reggae skank, and the chuck, and so it's like Bob Marley's happy little nephews from Hawaii. You know what I mean? It's like if you were to put like reggae music and then put that guitar
and
instead. Yeah, put the electric guitar chuck that was in Bob's hands into
Bob Marley's nephew. I like that. Yes, sir.
Ukulele and into the hands of a boy who's at the beach. I feel like island reggae music just incorporates this love for reggae music and love for island lifestyle that just, it has that chalang-kalang vibe that is what we grew up with, and it's something that, like, the ukulele is the focal point of island reggae music.
Absolutely.
And that's why Connie Leo, let's go.
I do believe that. I believe that even before I started working here, you have to have that ukulele sound.
You do.
That's how you call it island music. That's how you call it island reggae, right?
What is the most mobile instrument you can take on the road that you can not be scared for get sand
on
inside
your back, jump on your bike.
Exactly.
Boom.
I would be on my riding red dirt on the red dirt roads in Kauai. Like for this is like listen to those lyrics. I'm on my bike and I got my ukulele and I'm trying to steer through the potholes while jamming at the same time. You can't do that with a guitar, anybody. You gotta do it with a ukulele. The Connie Leo ukuleles is really nice, so make sure you don't drop them, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I've done that.
Yes, you have. Oh boy! But you know, we have scars,
Yes,
right?
we do.
And I know that a lot of your music, of course, coming up out of high school, you live in life, and mom, dad, Mrs. Cohn, all encouraging you. So a lot of the music is happy, right? It's happy. It's going beach, love it, cool down, boom. You know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes we hit potholes in our lives, yeah. And I'm not sure if you're comfortable with sharing.
100%.
Yeah. But because I think that fuels some of the music that came out as you started to mature. Would you be willing to share?
Of course. In 2016, I had a really bad car accident, and that shut me down because I had chronic back pain, and I still have it for 7 years now. But when that happened at 23, 24 years old, at the prime time when I want to play basketball every week, I want to play volleyball every week, I want to surf every week, I couldn't. And I had to and that physical stop made me really depressed. And I hit this point in like this weird spot in my life where energetic, hyper, crazy Kolohe Roman would now be stuck, having to go to PT and I did over like 300 something plus appointments trying to help relieve this chronic pain, and it never went away. And I feel like when you are told you can't surf and it's like months and months and months go by, you don't realize like it's like not being able to breathe, and I think that was a time in my life that I wanted to not live anymore. It was weird. It's like, man, it's just, it's weird. You don't realize that chapter is gonna come. But when it happens, it's like, man, I'm really depressed. And I'm an only child. I'm telling my mom and dad that I don't want to be around anymore. That was really tough. Oh yeah, it was heartbreaking, And after I got through that time, which I never thought I would, because it took some time. It took some years for me to get through that. I wrote Round and Round, which is something that I didn't expect, because I went to counseling like 2 to 3 times a week, trying to get my mind straight. Talking to psychiatrists and psychologists, trying to just helped me to find a little bit more like hope towards myself, and of course I had a lot of faith from my Bible upbringing and stuff to encourage me. But when you're in that situation, you kind of need all cylinders to fire, and your brain is so sensitive, and you don't realize when you don't do things to keep your endorphins going, you can get depressed. And so I went through this depression, and my mom told me, son, if you can get through this time, you're gonna be able to forget through anything, and if you just survive today, you can realize tomorrow is going to be brighter than you ever imagined, And so she would tell me that. And during that same time, my uncle had gotten paralyzed from his neck down because he fell out of his bed, and he had a bad dream. He fell out of his bed, cracked his neck, and he was paralyzed. And he told me, he's like, "Hey boy, how you doing?" He asking me how I doing. And I'm looking at him in his bed. He cannot even scratch his head, and he's asking me to scratch his forehead. And I'm in all this pain. And I'm scratching his forehead. And he's asking me how I'm doing, and I'm like, "Oh, Uncle, I'm doing okay. A little bit sore right now because of the accident." But he goes, boy, I wish I could feel sore right now." He goes, I cannot feel nothing. I can't even scratch my head. You know how hard that is, He's like, "So I'm grateful to be alive." He goes, "I could be dead right now. And I'm grateful for every moment that I'm still breathing." And when he said that to me, those words rang so hard that when I went to Costa Rica and visit some friends, we're sitting around a bonfire, and my friends are talking about putting our problems in a bag, and if we could just trade, wouldn't we want our problems back? Because we never realized the guy who hid his problems was worse, right? And I thought of Uncle Stanley, my uncle, Kahulu Waihole brought on my uncle, and I wrote Round and Round, and that was my favorite song I think I ever wrote in my life. And I feel like to this day, and I feel like everybody needs to just remember that our problems are temporary. You know, it feels so real in the moment. So if anybody's listening out there and has felt that way, and maybe is going through something you feel like you can't overcome, if you just wait and you endure, you know, you're gonna triumph, and something gonna happen where you're gonna be so happy you're around for the next sunrise. You know, so.
Absolutely. And it.
Wow. Wow said, man. Like, whatever you're going through, remember, you know, when it's raining, there's always a sunshine after that. So, shout out to Kolohe Kai, man. Shout out to Roman for the struggle that he had to go through. I mean, it's true. You know, we all go through it. I know it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like over in a minute. No, it's going to be down and dirty, and it's going to be a struggle. And it's going to be, you feel like it's going to be forever. But the reality is, it's the will in you, the will that's keeping you alive, the signals of, you know, there's better days to come. You know, I'm not saying it's easy said and done. It's not. It's not easy. That's when you got to dig deep and just know that you matter in this world. You might not see it, but someone does. You just have to believe it. Believe it and have faith, you know. Sometimes when, you know, faith is a far-reach kind of thing where when you're by yourself in that situation, it's hard to think out of it. But you have to believe it. Like, it's the mental part of it is the part where a lot of people gets the blockade. Like, it's almost like you being suppressed. That's where the heart and the will comes in, the mana. Like, what you believe it, right? Your gut, right? Your gut for the local. That's where you have to put your faith in, because sometimes your mind limit yourself to believing that you won't be able to see beyond that. But sometimes you just gotta run on faith, your gut, and your belief in your own self. So amazing, man. Amazing. Shout out to Roman, man.
It came up in your music. Yeah. The joy, the pain, the rough times, the good times, that all comes up in your music.
Yeah, and so I feel like that was the most ventilating thing for me as a songwriter. I had a ukulele with me out there, and I'm strumming these chords, and I feel like being able to express that deep. It took a long time though. It took about 1.5 years for me to really write that track, you know, with a clear head. And so, yeah, I feel like now, and I wrote I Think You're Beautiful is a song that I wrote to help encourage people who are not feeling good about themselves, or, you know, to discourage anti-bullying. I feel like after Round and Round happened, I couldn't believe the response, like the amount of schools that used it as a graduation song because of its message. So because of that, I didn't realize how much of it, because Cool Down, Ehu Girl love songs, Puppy Love, you know, Surf, This Is the Life. You don't realize the impact of any of those songs because it's just puppy love. But when Round and Round hits and you're being told by somebody that it helped them not walk off the edge, that changed me as a writer forever, because then it made me want to write songs that were going to do more of this.
More good things.
Yeah, so this next coming album that's showing up, I have a song called I Wanna Live. And I haven't actually publicly said it out loud yet to really anybody, so this is the first you'll hear it. But
this is an exclusive?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the first time I'm really talking about it, like, in front of people. But I Wanna Live is a song that I wrote about not giving up on your life. So it's like Round and Round, but a little bit more heavier. So, you know, if Ian wants to sing it with me, hey, cuz.
Oh, wait. Ian is already singing your songs.
I know.
Oh, Ian.
Anyway, I know you already is.
Oh, you heard that?
We're gonna do more of this.
Hey, Ian, if you're watching this, bro, hear this part.
More good things.
Yeah, so this next coming album that's showing up, I have a song called I Wanna Live. And I haven't actually publicly said it out loud yet to really anybody, so this is the first you'll hear it. But
this is an exclusive?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the first time I'm really talking about it, like, in front of people. But I Wanna Live is a song that I wrote about not giving up on your life. So it's like Round and Round, but a little bit more heavier. So, you know, if Ian wants to sing it with me, hey, cuz.
Ian, you hear it?
Ian is already
I want to
singing
see
your
that.
songs,
I know. Anyway, I know you already seen it, but anyway, got a lot of positive music coming out.
Oh, I'm excited about that, and let's go ahead and talk about Ian, right? For many who may not have seen, American Idol just wrapped up its latest season, and a boy who originally hails
EM Day every day. Yes, sir.
from Hawaii, priced out of paradise. He had to move with his family because living in Hawaii can be tough. His name is Ian Tongi, and he took the top spot. And
Top of the hill.
he took the top spot
mountain.
in the finale, singing your song that you wrote. What was that? 14 years ago.
I wrote it when he was 4 years old. So yeah, when he was 14 years old. 14 years ago. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Holy moly! Brother, you go!
Yes, sir. This getting hot.
Kid, bro. What?
And so I gotta tell you, and please, I hope you're not offended by hearing this, but when a competitor gets to that point, right, when they're at the top 3 in American Idol, they're oftentimes gonna pull a song that is internationally known, that is done by somebody who's super famous because they want the votes. They want people to recognize the song they sing.
Yeah.
Not that Cool Down is not recognizable because I know every word to that song.
100% agree with you. So now you're not offending me at all. I felt like Brother should sing one song that the masses would know. And when I found that he might want to sing the song, I wanted to tell him, hey, cuz, I appreciate the compliment, but I also want you to win. So maybe choosing one song that everybody might know, like an Elvis one or, like a John Legend song, whatever, like, I felt that way. And the fact that he's like, I didn't know, like, it was one of 5 songs he wanted for singing. And when I gave him permission to American Idol, said, hey, you guys he can use them, guarantee if he wants to. They say, hey, we'll let you know. I never know. They never tell me until that very moment it happened on TV. And I'm like, he choked.
I just want to stop there because there were some people saying that he knew that, but now, I just wanted to put that rumors to bed because everybody was saying, yeah, Roman knew about it, that's why. But you heard it from the man himself. So keep it down.
Supposed to go for it. And so, I agree. I feel like
I cried. I have to tell you honestly, I cried. At that moment, even though he had not yet been chosen as the American Idol, even if he had taken second place, I cried. And I cried because
he went with his roots.
You know what I mean? It's one thing to go and be amazing by yourself. But that guy turned around and he went like this, come. Yeah. Come with me. He turned around, he put his hand back out and he said, come with me. I'm taking the local artists, I'm taking the Hawaii inspired artists that I love to that big stage if I can. Spawn Breezy, you. Yeah. I mean, I know he did Stuck on You, but he did Ekolu's version of Stuck on You. Exactly. You know what I mean? These are local artists that I know and love, and he's taking them with him to this big, massive stage. Nobody really knows who they are in Kansas or in Connecticut. I agree. But they fell in love with him.
Oh, cool. I know, man. I'm just thinking back on Ian's performance. And then she's totally right, He could have done this by himself, but he took everybody with him. Took everybody. Everybody that inspired his childhood, his roots, and his community. He took everybody in. Like, with us. Like, we're literally on the journey with Ian. Echo. Cheer joy, man. Because if you from the islands and you from a community where that, solid, man, it shows.
I know the fact that he went with his roots and he wanted to be true to himself. I feel like that speaks so much volumes about what kind of brother he is, because he wasn't afraid of, like, I was thinking like, hey, if maybe somebody in his management advising team would be saying, hey, you know what, maybe at this point, at the last day for weighing, maybe you should try for just go with something that maybe everybody knows. And the fact that he stuck with something that maybe he loved singing as a kid or whatever, I just feel so honored and feel so grateful, and I just feel so complimented, and I just wanted to tell brother thank you so much, because you never have to do that. But because he did that, I feel like he grasped the hearts of so many people, because they're like, oh, this guy's real. You know what I mean? He's real to who he wants to be, and Mahalos for representing our islands and our people and our culture. And
Just like you real.
oh, thank you.
I have one more thing to ask you because I know you.
Before we moved on, I just wanted to touch base on, he's right. I think another thing too, because Ian, before we got to the top 3, he said it in one of his interview that he was okay with whoever wins. He's happy for them. Even if he did win or he didn't win, he was happy whoever, because he was so close to them. Winning just became, not that important, but was less about. It was more about his friends and community. It's like it makes more sense if you think about it. Like his eye on the prize wasn't really the price. He was just he was there to have fun, and then he met so many amazing people, and this is what happened. And so if somebody else, man, it would have been a whole different story. But we're talking about Ian here, so he's special. Ian effect.
You went through some tough times. And I know that we had just this incredible high.
Yeah.
But in between the tough times and somebody was pulling on your heartstrings.
Oh, yeah. My wife.
Yes.
So I just got married.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, brother.
With the album, and it was COVID was an interesting time.
Hey, plug. If you haven't seen that reaction, man, check it out. And shout out to Kolohe Kai, man. Appreciate you guys for letting me able to react to you guys' video. If you know, you know. So shout out to Roman and his crew for actually, letting me react to that. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bottom of my heart. Thank you. Love also. Thank you.
Time, COVID kind of like present.
Amazing video though. I'm telling you, if you feel it. You feel it.
A lot of beautiful opportunities to sit home
and congratulations
and get grounded in all different ways, and that's where we got our relationship to be pa'a. And then of course the reopening of everything starting up again and music and stuff, it's still a challenge trying to balance marriage and music and all that, so I'm learning. I'm trying to figure this out as I go. So but yeah, definitely a lot of happy times, a lot of very happy times.
And Mrs. De Peralta is a huge supporter of your music.
Yeah, she
I know
is.
that you do.
She comes and jams with me on stage when we need harmonies and Jazzy can't make it, or we travel the world together a lot, and
wow,
and it's just
amazing.
I'm so grateful to have a partner that's next to me that supports me like the way she does.
Oh yeah, what an
yes,
incredible
sir.
support.
Love you, baby.
Congratulations.
We love you, baby. Brother, I know that you have so much great projects. I love the fact that you're that kind of songwriter that you see something and you putting pen to paper. You're constantly writing. And I got word that you got new stuff coming out.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming out. It's really fun. We just released a song called Hope. It's out now on all digital platforms. It's a song I wrote because during the time of COVID, we were seeing a lot of things happening, in the world that we didn't like, and it made us discouraged, and we wanted to have a little bit more of a hopeful future. So the new song is out. It's got a real cool little roots vibe on the verses, kind of a paradise chorus kind of action, and just hopefully people are enjoying it. It's out now, and then we got I've been writing a lot too, so we're trying to plan the next album, and it's coming, and this one is going to be really embracing a lot of the round and round messages and stuff too, so that's cool. And we got our shows coming up at the Shell and Maui, and at the Maui Arts and Culture Center, so that's cool. We're going to be
bringing it back to the Shell.
Yeah, we're bringing it to Shell, and Modest Yahoo is going to be jamming with us for those 2 shows. And that's we're so excited. So for all you Hawaii people, of course we couldn't fit Kauai and Big Island unfortunately, and I'm sorry, I love you guys. We will one day soon. But Maui and Waikiki Shell in Oahu will be jamming, and we revamped the whole set. So guys, if you guys came to a past show, it's not gonna be close to what it was before. So
I love it.
we really are. Imua, as a
evolving.
producer, we're trying. We're gonna add a little bit more bells and whistles. So come on down and bring the chihus. Let's go.
And where can they get tickets or find out information?
Yeah, if you guys want to follow on all the social media platforms just to keep up to date with the new music that's coming out, you guys can follow at Kolohe Kai Music on Instagram, and then on Facebook, Kolohe Kai Official. But the website you can get the tickets at. So if you guys want to go grab tickets, go check out KoloheKaiMusic.com. And of course, we're going on tour to the West Coast. And we're so stoked to have J-Bug jumping in with us on Irvine. Let's go.
And where can...
We're gonna
get tickets or find out information?
Yeah, if you guys want to follow on all the social media platforms just to keep up to date with the new music that's coming out, you guys can follow at Kolohe Kai Music on Instagram, and then on Facebook.
There you go. You know, for some of you guys that need time to look, you know, I'll stop it for you guys so you can. You guys ready? All right, you guys ready? All right, let's go.
Kolohe Kai official. But the website you can get the tickets at. So if you guys want to go grab tickets, go check out KoloheKaiMusic.com. And
there you go. Get your tickets for all of you guys that needs it. There you go.
Of course, we're going on tour to the West Coast, and we're so stoked to have J.
Man,
Boy with us on Irvine and San Diego. So if you guys are in the West Coast, we got Seattle, all the way down to San Diego. We'll be having Mike Love with us for the other shows, the whole thing, and it's going to be an amazing tour. So anyway, thank you, fans, and if you guys can support Mahalos.
Brother, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do have a couple of questions to ask you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so sing or surf. If you could only do one of these things, only one, for the rest of your life and cannot do the other, sing
well,
or surf.
If I don't sing, I don't eat. You know what I mean? I gotta eat, right? I gotta eat. But I mean, if it wasn't regarding like a job or anything, like, you know, like you take away like having to support myself.
With everything, everything in your life is fine. Everything you're all taken care of.
Right.
Or you can only sing or you can only surf. This is rough because this is where he gets a lot of his inspiration is from being in the ocean.
Yeah.
So sing or surf.
I would have to 100% say sing because I feel like I could sing in the water without surfing. I can't.
He's finding a loophole.
No. But just being able to, I guess, express yourself.
It's a good answer.
Like, I feel like singing and creating is some of the most healthy things that you can do. Because it helps you. And I'm not only singing, but just being able to sing songs that I need to get the lyrics out.
Yes.
In order to kind of like visualize what's in my heart, you know. So I feel like that's something that I can express myself to myself, in a way that surfing no can, you know. So I love surfing. I would never quit surfing. But anyway, that's a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that.
Because that's a rough one.
Yeah.
All right, and really quick, drop one acapella on me. Any of your favorite Kolohe Kai songs?
Oh man, okay. My favorite, well, Round and Round. We got to go, it's time to grow. Through obstacles, round and around we go. Don't even worry about it, don't get so downhearted. Life is sunny and cloudy, round and around we go. Yeah.
Wow.
And Roman De Peralta of Kolohe Kai.
Thank you for having me.
We got to go, it's time to grow.
Yes, sir.
Round and around. Don't even worry, don't worry about it. 'Cause round and around we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Wow, that took a chunk of time. First of all, shout out to like I said, to Kanilea Ukulele for the amazing interview with the one and only Cool Down Man himself, the master, Roman D. Peralta of Kolohe Kai. So he covered some hard topics in there. If you haven't seen the video, hey, rewind it and watch it again. I put some nuggets in there. Those are from my perspective, the experience of, you know, of my life intertwined with what, you know, Kolohe Kai, Roman is, you know, was testament. I want to say, testament to it, you know. So if you ever get to that part, this is why I have to say, if you are struggling for whatever reason, it's not only just the physical, but the mental and the emotional part, seek help. I'm just letting you know that it's okay. It's okay if you're going through. We all do. You're not alone, and we all go through something. But what separates everybody from it is the will. It's the need. It's the mana to survive, to see better days. You get it? You have to. If you can go through that, you can endure anything. Like, I swear, like, I bet on it. Because, I mean, you just need to be strong for yourself, you know. Through every trials and error, yeah, there are times we all go through as a family, but there are days you will be tested by yourself. And those are the days you must endure and fight those battles, you know, to the best of your ability, and to seek help. Don't think that you can't do it without any help. No, seek help as well. Because help, you know, help will level you up to the next point where you walk, even though you're walking that path alone, but you have like a backpack of this amount of tools that you can utilize to fight the storm, to go through the storm and be able to weather it and come out strong. So don't ever think that asking for help is weakness. It's not. It's just an assistant to make you stronger and better each and every battle you face. So I just wanted to make sure to let you know that I'm speaking on my experience, and I believe in you. I believe in you. So, but shout out to Kanilea Ukulele and Roman D. Peralta. Amazing interview. Go back and watch it. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Kolohe Kai and Kanilea Ukulele. Man, amazing content on there. So give them support. Show them some love. And if they ask, tell them they humble sent you. If you like the reaction and the listening session, make sure you press that like button. Subscribe to the channel to grow our community. Thank you for the 3,600. We're slowly growing, and it's a marathon. So comment down below. Let me know what you think of the interview, what you think of the thoughts, and what you think of the whole experience. And share this with someone you care about, because it matters to me, because I care. And after you subscribe, make sure you press the bell notification to let you know when I upload, reload, and download. Lastly, shout out to all my subscribers and supporters for your continued love, time, and support. Each day I upload, reload, and down from the bottom of my heart to the top of my head and the twinkle of my toes. Thank you, Fafkai Killer. And shout out to all my donos. You know who you are. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your donation is much appreciated. So thank you. Without further ado, that's it, folks. Like we say around here, I'm the humble. Till next time, we out. Peace. Oh.